Alulu Kashindi came to the United States as a refugee from Congo 4 years ago with his wife and 6 children.
I left my country to come to the U.S. because the Mai Mai militia was hunting me.
After a temporary stay at a refugee camp in Burundi, the Kashindis ended up in San Diego.
I felt very happy that I would get to live in peace and away from those people that were hunting me.
But sadly, their problems didn't end there. Last year, the family moved into this home in City Heights, their 3rd home since resettling in the United States.
Do you mind if we do a tour of the house?
Since then, they've dealt with a broken window in their daughter's bedroom, mold in their son's bedroom, no trash bins, and the worst of it all,
too much cockroach.
A cockroach infestation.
When we're cooking, they crawl into food. When we put food on a plate and step away for a second to grab something in the room, you'll find them crawling onto the plate.
So you can see these are really unusable.
They say they've made numerous complaints to their property management company, Prime Asset Management. But instead of addressing their complaints, the company began eviction proceedings against the Kashindis. They're among at least a half a dozen families who've said they're living in substandard properties managed by Prime Asset Management.
Hey, folks.
Hi. We do not want to be filmed.
I asked you to come at 2:30.
Tenants' rights lawyer Dan Lickel is representing 3 of the families.
There's no doubt in my mind that complaints have been made in this case about these problems, just the response was inadequate. And now what we're hearing from management after these issues have been raised again, now that I've been involved, is we never knew anything about this. And that's not true. Here's what I told Rick. I told Rick 2:30. He didn't listen to me. You guys insisted on coming at 2. I'm here.
We reached out to the company's president, Jim Purdy, who said that he's unable to respond to questions due to pending litigation. Lickel says tenants have more rights than they think they do, but they need to know the law.
California law would respect a tenant's decision to withhold rent if repairs aren't being made. But it's something that needs to be done very carefully because you want to make sure that as a tenant that whatever problem is not being repaired is a serious violation of the warranty of habitability.
Another place to turn is San Diego's Code Enforcement Division. Tenants can make a complaint to the city by phone, online, or in person. A building inspector will come do a home inspection about 1 to 5 days after you filed a complaint based on the seriousness of the case. Leslie Sennett is the deputy director of the city's Code Enforcement Division.
So we have 3 levels of priorities, and our first priority is imminent health and safety. So we're going to respond to those types of complaints: live exposed wires, open sewage, unprotected swimming pool barriers. We're going to respond to those within 1 business day. For the next level of substandard conditions, including mold, vectors, we're going to respond within 5 working days.
She says once an inspector identifies the violation, they will contact the property owner to issue a notice of violation or an administrative citation. The property owner then has a certain amount of time, anywhere from a week to a month, to bring the property into compliance, depending on the seriousness of the violation. If the property owner doesn't make the necessary changes or repairs, the case can be forwarded to the city attorney's office. Sennett says at any given time in San Diego, there are about 3,500 open code enforcement cases being worked by 15 inspectors.
That's why we have the priority system, so that we can address these. And so far for this year, we're right on time with making sure that we're investigating everything in the timely requirements.
Back in City Heights, Alulu Kashindi speaks philosophically of his struggles.
I see what the reality is, but I just have to love and live in this country that gives me peace.
He hopes that with help, he'll be able to find some resolution with his housing problems. Priya Sridhar, KPBS News.